Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to tonight's high school commencement of the class of 2023. Before we get started, I do want to make everyone aware that unfortunately, one of our seniors, Aaron Jasinski, was in an accident just now before the ceremony. What we know at this time is he's alert and he is at the hospital. Let's be sure to keep Aaron in our thoughts tonight, but also remember that he would want you all to have a great night tonight despite this unfortunate accident. So let's have a great night tonight for Aaron, all right? At this time, I'd like to welcome to the stage our superintendent, Dr. William Riker, to give welcoming remarks.
Good evening. It is my honor to welcome friends, families, East Stroudsburg Area School District faculty, staff, and educational leaders, members of the Board of Directors, and most importantly, our students from the class of 2023. My name is Dr. William Riker, and I am proud to have served as the superintendent of the East Stroudsburg Area School District for the past 7 years. I want to take this opportunity to thank our families, faculty, administration, community, staff, and all of our students for their commitment to public education as we continue to look to the future and the development of innovative approaches for a more relevant educational experience. As you are assembled here for the final time as a class of 2023, you will leave here to begin the next chapter of your life story. Whether you are pursuing a post-secondary education, workforce employment, or serving in the military of our great country, represent your family name well and listen and learn from the stories and experiences of others. I wish you all great success, excellent health, and a life filled with happiness. Best of luck to you, the class of 2023. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage the president of the class of 2023, Ms. Leangie Marte.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to tonight's... Good evening and welcome. Members of the Board of Education, administration, faculty, class of 1973, family, friends, and fellow graduates. My name is Leangie Marte, and I am the president of the class of 2023. On behalf of the graduating class, we are so grateful that you all are here to celebrate and share this joyous occasion with us this evening. Thank you for attending, and we hope you enjoy the ceremony. Please rise and remove all hats for the playing of the national anthem, to be followed by our alma mater, performed by the East Stroudsburg South High School Band and Choir. and please be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the treasurer of the class of 2023, Kayla Estorque.
Good evening, everyone. As we all sit anxiously, excited to get our diploma and be able to call ourselves high school graduates, it's important that we take a moment to honor and remember those important people in our lives that could not be with us today to share in this joyous occasion. Let's take comfort in the fact that those we are thinking about now still watch over us and share in our joys, triumphs, and heartfelt memories, and maybe be thankful for our own gift of life and potential to do good in the world. We, the class of 2023, would like to have you join us in taking a moment of silence to honor these very special people that are no longer with us today. Thank you. I'd like to welcome back to the front of the stage the East Stroudsburg High School South Senior Chorus members who will be performing Hold Fast to Dreams.
Now, I'd like to introduce Mr. Matthew Triolo, Principal of East Stroudsburg High School South, for an opening address to our graduates.
Class of 2022. I knew I was going to. Class of 2023. Seniors, future graduates. What a journey. What an outstanding journey. It all started with a shortened freshman year due to COVID, a sophomore year of doing half of your schooling online, and a junior year that really wanted to be normal, but unfortunately gave you a lot of the same of the previous two. Masks, quarantines, and Google Meets. But all of this led to your senior year, and you had a great year. This has by far been the most normal year that we've had since 2019. No contact tracing, no canceled events, and brain neurons that actually began remembering how to do school again. It's been fantastic. And this is the most fitting end. After spending the majority of the last 3 years outdoors because sharing air indoors was detrimental to our health, today, the best air we can find is right here in this enclosed gymnasium. But to be honest, seniors, I don't want to talk about COVID. In fact, those last sentences are the last I'm ever going to speak about COVID again. What I want to talk to you about today is persistence. And let me tell you a quick true story. This past Tuesday morning, our first day of graduation practice, I wanted to come in early to set up everything we need for us to have a smooth day. I go into the stadium to turn on the sound system and set up the microphone. Only I left my keys and my phone in the car. How did I get in, you ask? My swipe badge gets me into the stadium. All the doors I need to walk through have a push bar that opens them. However, once they close, they lock. And the only way you're going to get them back open is if you have a key. You see where I'm going with this, right? I'm locked into the stadium. I walked to every door that would lead back to the concession area, locked. I walked over to the door that leads to the weight room, locked. I walked over to every moving gate I could see, locked. I couldn't stop thinking, God, this is Mrs. Rogers' fault. Why in the world does she have to run such a tight ship? But the realization is now set in. There are only two ways out of here. The first way is walking over to the fence where the teachers park and asking one of them to let me in. Now, you can call it foolish pride, or you can call it bullishness, you can call it whatever you like. I wasn't doing that. The other option, I'm jumping that fence. And folks, we're not talking about a little 5-foot fence here, okay? All the fences on the exterior of the stadium are easily 90 to 100 feet. All right, maybe they're 12 to 15 feet, but in a time of distress, I'm telling you, they seemed real high. But what choice did I have? I'm either begging Mr. Bazina to find someone to let me in, or I'm hopping the fence. And the answer was clear. That fence was being conquered, okay? And I had to get in the right mindset. There was absolutely no way this 41-year-old brain was going to be able to pull this off in my 41-year-old body. I had to hone in my inner 20-year-old self to complete this task. And you can't hesitate, and you can't overthink it. You sprint your butt over to that fence, you jump and plant your foot, you grab the top pole, you swing your first leg over the top, the second leg over, and then you jump down praying that when you land, you don't break something. And it was a success. I made it, and I wasn't going to be denied. Making sure I completed my remaining tasks and not missing the senior breakfast was too important to me. Sure, all those tasks would have gotten done whether I was there or not. And sure, the senior breakfast would have gone on without me. But that's not the point. I wanted to complete those tasks. And I wanted to be at the senior breakfast. And I wasn't going to let the purple Alcatraz keep me from doing it. So this leads me to my message today. Seniors, be persistent. Persistence got you here. It's defined as firm or obstinate continuance in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. Tell me that wasn't your last 4 years of high school. You had so many reasons, not excuses, reasons, real reasons to give up and quit, but you're here. No was never an answer. I can't was never an option. Not graduating on this stage tonight was never going to be accepted as your fate. So what do you need to do with this skill moving forward? Use it. Overuse it. There's two types of college students in this world. The student that accepts their test score, hoping the professor goes over everything with them they got wrong, and the student that sets up an appointment with the professor to be sure they go over everything with them they got wrong. Which student are you going to be? Be persistent. There's two types of people in this world. The person that emails a job application to a prospective employer, and the person who hands it to the manager, shakes their hand, and introduces himself. Which type of person are you going to be? Be persistent. And there are two types of adults in this world. The adult that settles and says, this is as good as it's going to get, and the adult that will make the hard changes to make sure their life is as fulfilling as they dreamt it would be when they were sitting in your chairs tonight. Which adult will you be? Be persistent. One of the best teachers I ever hired only got interviewed because she wouldn't stop emailing me about her qualifications. She was confident, she was persistent, and it ended up getting her a job and a career. And lastly, seniors, this is the key. Persistence doesn't always lead to immediate success. That's why the term was created. Be tenacious in pursuit of your goals, but do so knowing that failure may be the end result from time to time. Learn from your failures. Get back up, try again, and just do better. I can promise you, persistence will get you where you need to go, even if it takes you longer than you expected. It got you to this point, and even if your journey wasn't exactly the way you thought it would be your 8th grade year, looking back at it now, would you really want it any other way? I know I wouldn't. These last 4 years have shaped you better than any other 4 high school years could have. You have grit, you have empathy, you have knowledge, and you are certainly persistent. You are ready for any and all challenges this world will throw at you moving forward, and know that if you ever need help along the way, we will always be here for you. Seniors, please know how much I appreciate you. Remember that you always have a home here, and you are forever a Cavalier. And lastly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. For the cones. Thank you for the cones. You can tell your parents about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So at this time, it's my pleasure to welcome back to the podium the president of the class of 2023, Leangie Marti, to address the seniors.
Good evening, staff, parents, family members, and most importantly, the class of 2023. I would like to start my speech tonight with a few quick thank yous to the people that helped me get to where I am today. I would like to first thank my family for putting up with me constantly running around attending just of every school event possible. I know I haven't been the easiest, so thank you, Mom and Dad. I would also like to thank my closest friends, the people who have stood by my side throughout the years and shown me so much support. I would also like to thank all the amazing staff I've had the privilege of meeting throughout my journey as a student. Many of my best high school memories are because of the kindness that you all have shown me, and I sincerely appreciate all of you. And last but not least, thank you to the class of 2023. I am here today because of you. You voted me your class president, and I was proudly able to serve you for the past 3 years. And as a token of my gratitude, I'm going to share this extremely embarrassing era with all of you. From 6th to 8th grade, I was obsessed with Skittles. Many of you should remember, because you knew me, Leangie Marte was the Skittles girl. Anytime I was given a gift for a birthday or holiday, I could expect a few bags. In school events and activities, my classmates would set aside the candy just for me. And I think some of you may have been my friends just for the Skittles. But after 8th grade, I knew I needed to leave that phase behind. I did not want to be known as the Skittles girl. However, that's kind of difficult to do when your Snapchat username has the literal word Skittles in it up until your junior year. Thank goodness for the username change feature on Snapchat. But anyways, I decided I would not be known as a Skittles girl. So leaving JTL and going to high school, we were worried about meeting new teachers, finding our way around the building, learning how to navigate the lunchroom, and accepting being underclassmen again, bottom of the barrel. Yet we were excited, imagining what the next 4 years had to come, what sports and clubs we'd be a part of, and all the freedom we'd have since leaving JTL. Freshman year. After the first week of high school, we quickly realized it was not like how it was in the movies. For example, there was no singing in the lunchroom like we saw in High School Musical. But in fairness, we do have Mr. Jim, otherwise known as Harmonica Guy, dismissing us every day from lunch. We learned how to sit through entire 90-minute classes while looking forward to the football games on Friday nights. Starting the second semester was also a change. We had, once again, new teachers, Snapchat posts for people asking to share what new lunches they had, and some of us were still getting lost in the halls. It was a normal start to high school, but no one could have predicted that on March 13th, we were dismissed from school on a 2-week vacation. And as we all know, that was quite the lie. It was pretty much the end of our freshman year as we knew it. But in hindsight, it was the start to a new adventure. Sophomore year, our identities were then known as Group A, Monday, Tuesday, Group B, Thursday, Friday, and Group E, full-time Isaka, making Wednesday the new Friday, being the most loved day of the week. With our learning groups, we were able to hide pretty much all year behind a mask or in our Google Meet calls by turning on the cameras to strange walls in our homes. And sleeping in class had never been easier to pull off. Junior year, it was then when I realized the full impact of the mask and Isaka. Walking into the building for the first time in a year, I was in complete shock. And if I'm being honest, I didn't even recognize the majority of you all. The shock I had when I walked into the building after a whole year and I saw some of you guys. I'm talking about facial hair, growth spurts, and there were way less voice cracks heard in conversations. Our styles had changed from the way we wore our hair to even our clothes. And it was then when I realized we've grown up. We were driving to school, balancing jobs, and relearning how to be a student. And our high school careers were already halfway through. Senior year. School is finally how it was and felt before 2020. All of us spent the entire year looking forward to the senior trips and events like homecoming, prom, and the senior trip. It feels just yesterday we started our senior year. It was an amazing journey, but I feel the end came all too soon. We went through all 4 years of high school, each year different than the year before. We've met new people, gaining and losing relationships, created long-lasting memories, learned some of the toughest lessons, and through all this, we're here today, prepared to begin a whole new chapter in our lives. One thing I learned throughout my high school journey is, no matter how much everything around us is changing, and how much we want to grow into our future selves, there's still a piece of ourselves that will never change. Looking back at the Skittle phase, it was a time in my life where I was stress-free. Life was sweet and colorful, filled with opportunities just waiting. And there are times in my life where I can see it now. Even though I've matured these past 4 years, there are moments where I'm still the optimistic person I was when I first walked through the doors of our school, and I am truly grateful for it. I can now embrace that time of my life without wanting to cringe of pure embarrassment. I've accepted it. No matter how many shifts and transitions have occurred since then, I realize I can't change who I was. Every year will be different, and as we all know, you cannot predict the future. But we need to embrace our past and who we are so we can enjoy what is to come. Because I believe that each and every single one of you have the potential to achieve amazing accomplishments in life. Now, the class of 2023, look under your seats for a special surprise.
Don't worry, I put them behind your chairs as well. On the back.
As you sit there and enjoy your Skittles, please remember to taste the rainbow. Try new things. Be true to yourself and know that there is something great waiting for each and every single one of you on the other side of the rainbow. Thank you, class of 2023.
Thank you, Leangie. And it is now my pleasure to introduce to you not only our Vice President, but also our salutatorian of the class of 2023, Liam Davis. Oops, there you go. All right, what's up, everyone? So, prior to starting off my speech, I would like to recognize and express the appreciation I have to my mom and dad for their endless support and help with quite literally anything you could think of. I would like to thank my sister for always speaking her mind, and I'm going to leave it at that. I've had a lot of support and encouragement given to me by my friends, but one that stands out is my best friend Omar, who's right over there, whose nearly infinite success tends to always push me forward in an attempt to try and keep up. My last thank you goes out to every parent and or guardian here today for all the effort and hard work that you did for your child to be sitting here today. So thank you all. All right, so now that the formalities are over, I will talk about time. Many of us have been in this district as long as kindergarten, while others have entered as late as last month. But the time we have spent in schooling is all the same. The differences between us are too vast to list them all, but the one thing that unites us is the consistency of time. So I believe the idea of time is one of the most interesting things we have in our world. Time can, and definitely will at some point, completely run your life. We all come to school based on a certain time, and then a bell schedule mitigates where we have to go throughout the day. And in the situation that bell isn't enough for you to be in the right place, we're certain that Mr. Fuller, roaming in the hallways, is gonna make sure you're not in the wrong place at the wrong time. So, thanks Mr. Fuller for that. So, after school, many of us go to work where we are paid for the use of our time with some set dollar amount. Our time is so valuable that we are paid for it, almost as if it is a currency. So just like I would assume for many of you, when I was a little kid, I never thought the times of playing all day long with no worries would come to an end. But then high school happened, and now somehow we made it all the way to graduation. 10 years safely felt like an entire lifetime away. And now we are sitting here wondering where all this time went. So something I recently learned is that we always want the ending to come, but once it is here, we just wish it away again. Each day, we very unhappily woke up for school, unappreciative of the opportunities we have, prayed for the end of the day to come while staring at the clocks,
awaiting the day that this dreaded high school would come to an end. Well, that day is finally here now, and as much as I am thrilled for college, new friends, my hopeful career, and a brand new life, the simplicity of being a child is something that we just grow out of, but that I know that I will definitely miss. Too much time is spent wishing to grow up and waiting for the end to come, that we end up losing it. But nobody would have known that, right? So I do not regret my life thus far, but the time I've spent is definitely not nearly as efficient as it could have been, and it is something that I do regret. Like I said before, our time is valuable, and I can say pretty confidently that the majority of us in here do not use it as we hope to. So often we are bored or just simply scroll aimlessly while the clock ticks. Then some task comes along, or assignment or job, and we claim to not have the time to do it. But you know, we just laid in our bed scrolling on TikTok for 2 hours, so that was time well spent. Our time is so much more available than we realize, but actually being able to use it productively, or even in a social way, other than through media, is a change that I wish I can make in my life as well. So something I feel that we overlook as a generation is the actual act of enjoying something in the moment. And this means your first instinct is definitely not to take a picture or video, even though likely it probably is. So now don't get me wrong, taking a picture to remember something is irreplaceable, but living vicariously through our phones does not allow us to actually enjoy our life. Of course, we are always told this by adults, the kind of adults that I hope we all turn into someday, but it never actually stuck with me until I met my sociology teacher, Mrs. Groff, who's right back there, whose passion left me with no choice but to accept this. So I recently placed 8th in the state in the 800-meter run, and I barely even thought to take pictures while I was on this trip. So many of you are probably thinking, come on, Liam, who even watches track? Are you kidding me? But there were thousands of people packed into the stands at Shippensburg watching it. I jogged anxiously toward the starting line, looking left and right, just like I would at any other race. I felt the heat of the sun and repeated my race plan in my head, but then realized this wasn't like any other race. I thought about how it would be the last 2 laps I would run with South across my chest, and that's when my teacher popped into my head. I decided I should pause and fully understand this memorable situation and truly soak it in. Before the starting gun went off, I decided to simply turn around and look up into the stands, something I have never thought to do before, and fully realize the position my body allowed me to be in. All it took was a simple turn to the right, and I thought, wow, it's really time to do this. And will never forget how I felt looking up into the crowd, with no intention other than enjoying that moment alone. So after my race, I awaited results, feeling an odd sense of satisfaction, although my place was still so uncertain. I just embraced how it felt to be on the biggest stage of track and field in my life thus far. And somehow, it felt like enough. Now, I did try to make a vlog throughout my whole trip, so I guess this kind of might throw everything else out the door, but, you know, I did struggle to pick up the camera, so. And even today, I still struggle with this entire concept. But simply taking a mental photo as opposed to the perfect digital photo is something that captures our lives in the most purest form. All it takes is your phone to shatter, and you are left sitting there regretting, thinking, man, why did I want to spend 99 cents to upgrade my iCloud storage? It's too late now, and all the so-called memories are gone. So if you're willing, let's make a memorable moment right now. So just bear with me on this. Take a minute to appreciate how this is the last time of our lives you will be here and surrounded by all these people. Find your parents in the stands and engrave it into your mind. Go ahead and look. So, understand how your seat feels, who you are next to, and how does the air feel And of course, we're talking in here. Luckily, we're not out there in that. So, fully recognize what is happening. In an hour, our lives completely change. And you know what? I know I want to fully remember this. So I know many of you may not have cared at all what I've had to say, or think that moment I just asked of you was kind of corny, which I'll give you that fair point, and maybe it was, but you did it, and I'm thankful for that. So if there's anything I'd hope you hear now, it is to please think before you wish the end to come. Live your life with no regrets on how you spend your time, and the culmination of it all, enjoy your life in that moment before all the moments are over. So, see you later, alligator, and thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you, Liam. At this time, I would like to introduce our band, the best band in the Poconos. That's going to play As Summer Was Just Beginning.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you the corresponding secretary of the class of 2023, Hayden Williams.
We, the class of 2023, would like to recognize the class of 1973. We thank them for honoring us with their presence and joining with us to celebrate our joyous occasion on their 50th anniversary of their graduation. Please stand and be recognized as I call your name. Lori Randall Hazard. George Engel. Thank you, class of 1973. And now, I would like to introduce our recording secretary, Julia Pizzuto.
We, the class of 2023, recognize all of our High School South teachers, faculty, and staff who have worked with us these last 4 years to make us successful. We thank them for their patience, their leadership, their courage, their understanding, and for being the most caring group of people any student could ask for. At this time, we ask all teachers, faculty, and staff to please stand and be recognized. We'd like to give a special thank you to the teachers, faculty, and staff that will be retiring at the end of this school year. Mathematics teacher, Ms. Despina Secor. Science teacher, Mr. Gary Homolka. And secretary, Ms. Gloria Rivadeneira. We would also like to thank PTO President Audrey Garrett, her husband, Carl Garrett, and Vice President Daryl Sabino, as they too head off into retirement. We wish all of our retirees much health and happiness in the next chapter of their lives. I would now like to welcome back to the podium the Vice President of the Class of 2023, Liam Davis, who will now recognize the 2023 graduates who are enlisted in the armed services.
All right. At this time, we would like to honor the graduates of the class of 2023 who have committed themselves to serving our country. In this changing current of time, we acknowledge the heart and dedication of the following young men and women. Please hold your applause until all are recognized. Please stand for your recognition as your name is called. Alyssa Estrema, United States Air Force. Riley Graham, United States Navy. Bob Yori Quito, United States Marines. Victoria Whedon, United States Navy. All right, so let us show our appreciation and gratitude with another round of applause.
Okay, it is now my honor to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2023, Erica Brooks.
Good evening, everyone. Class of 2023. As a class, we've accomplished a lot. But I'm not here to rehash our last 4 years here, nor do I want to wax poetic about our hypothetical futures too much. In truth, life does not begin or end with high school. These 4 years have felt very long for many of us, but they are not the sum of our life's achievements. We've had our highs and lows, but I firmly believe that none of us have peaked in high school. Of course, I personally peaked in the 2nd grade, but that's a separate problem altogether. Regardless, high school is not the pinnacle of our existence. It has simply helped us figure out who we may be and who we want to become. This may come as a surprise to many of you and be glaringly obvious to some, but I've never particularly enjoyed school. It was a skill that I honed, became good at, and one that came to define me, but it's never been something I especially liked. However, one thing that high school has helped us all to realize is what we do and don't enjoy doing or learning about. Personally, I learned that I do not want to make a career out of chemistry. In the words of my AP chemistry teacher, Mr. Raid, the class was intended to show students pursuing chemistry why and how they were doing so, and to show those who weren't going into chemistry exactly why not. And for me, it was very much the latter. Similarly, when I took my mentor, Mr. Kernan's AP psychology class, I realized that there finally was something that I truly felt passionate about: hating AP psychology. I cannot sing Mr. Kernan's praises enough, and I want to thank him for getting me through these 4 years in one piece. He's helped me more than he'll ever know. But God, how I hated that class. But that's exactly the thing, isn't it? I figured out that I don't enjoy it while in high school. And of course, through figuring all of these things out, we had to deal with one main struggle. I promised myself I wouldn't talk about COVID, but it did happen, and it did kind of screw us all over in some respects. For many, myself included, our mental well-being took a nosedive during COVID, and we spent our last 2 years of high school trying to bounce back from that. While many of us managed to recover quickly, I want to take a quick moment to shout out people who weren't. It's okay if you didn't use COVID to transform yourself into a new person, or if you didn't use these struggles to become stronger. If all you did throughout COVID and throughout these past 4 years as a whole is survive, that's more than enough. Making it through these 4 years is an accomplishment that I believe we should all be extremely proud of. No? But on the positive side of things, my 4 years here have really established my love for certain subjects like English and social studies. While I'd always sort of thought I liked writing and history was interesting as an abstract idea, taking English and learning how to apply all of these seemingly static concepts to topics that interested me sort of transformed my idea of what it means to write. And the same goes for my sociology class. Although it is a social studies class, it doesn't solely focus on history, but rather on the influence it has had on societies and people and how they interact with one another. I fell in love with the subject and decided to pursue it in college, so thank you, Ms. Groff, again. You may ask, what jobs can you get with a sociology degree? What do you plan on doing with that? And if you find out, definitely let me know. What I'm trying to say is, if you don't have everything figured out, that's okay. I definitely don't. Like I said, I'm literally majoring in a soft science.
But no matter my future career prospects, I'm thankful to have discovered something I'm truly passionate about and that I hope will make me happy. Because now is the time to do what makes us all happy. And I share this story with you in hopes that you, as a class, reflect on what classes helped define you and what gave you an idea of what you want to pursue in the future. High schools helped us find people who helped us grow and gave us the courage to do exactly that, pursue what makes us happy. I'd like to thank all of my teachers and friends. I don't have enough time to mention you all, but you have all helped me grow so much as a person and transform me into who I am today. And thank you to my parents. Dad, without your guidance and endless advice, I wouldn't be where I am today. And a huge thank you goes out to my mom. You were there for me during some of my darkest moments and were always there to offer me the support, comfort, and reality check I needed. Ich liebe dich so sehr. In conclusion, high school is our springboard, and we have the tools to find great success. Regardless of what your life post-graduation looks like, and even if you have no idea what that is yet, be confident in who you have become, and have faith in who you will become. I'm certain that we'll all be able to use what we've learned throughout our 13 years in the school system to, for lack of a better phrase, get good. So congratulations, this part of the rat race is officially over. In a while, Crocodile. Best of luck, class of 2023.
Thank you, Erica. We're almost there, folks. As principal of East Stroudsburg Area High School South, I certify to you the members of the class of 2023 assembled here have satisfactorily completed the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the State Board of Education of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Furthermore, I recommend that they be presented with the diploma of the East Stroudsburg Area School District for this accomplishment. With that being said, I'd like to welcome Mr. Richard Schlemus, President of the East Stroudsburg Area District School Board of Education, to the stage, who will address the seniors and read the graduation proclamation.
Dear class of 2023, today is your day to celebrate yourselves and your friends. You did it. You made it. Tomorrow is your day to put all that you learned in the last 13 years to work for the betterment of your life, your community, and your world. On behalf of my fellow board members, I congratulate you for your achievement and wish you all the best in your future plans. By the power invested in me as the authorized representative of the East Stroudsburg Area School District Board of Education, I accept Mr. Triolo's recommendation and declare each person to be presented a diploma today, a graduate of the East Stroudsburg Area School District. On behalf of the Board of Education, I congratulate each of you for the successful completion of your public school education.
Okay, at this time, we will issue the class of 2023 with their diplomas. We do ask our audience to please assist in maintaining a level of dignity and prestige during the ceremony, and as graduates receive their diplomas. With that, we would like to ask you to please be considerate as the seniors' names are being read so every name can be heard.
Liam Davis. Leangie Marte. Kayla Sky Estorque. Julia Pizzuto. Hayden Williams. Onessa Adams. Kira Barry. Audrey Blazak. Hannah Gardner. Mason Long. Lauren Paul. Jacob Smith. Melissa Stevens. Nicholas Tyrone. Vincent Torres. Brittany Uday. Mark Zern.
Angeline Acosta. Janie Alfieri. Ruth Ensah. Cassie Arnaud. Emily Barlotta. Arella Bartek. Meredith Basso. Faith Bender. Gabrielle Beal. Krista Boyd. Morgan Boyd. Elena Capone. Annalie Noemi Carranza. Jordan Carey Grimley. Elena Casey. Abby Christman. Tiara Kofer. Olivia Cole. Luana Ortiz.
Omar Abdullah. Jonathan Ali. Elijah Omadovar. Christopher Ainsley. Sean Arancita. Sebastian Babon. Quentin Baron Casamore. Aiden Beach. Noah Bowers. Jameer Britton. Damian Bonson. Kayvon Brown. Killian Brown. Shane Boulay. Julian Caesar. Jeremiah Kennedy. Ryan Canaria. Xavier Carnegie. Eric Castillo. Anthony Sellis. Aaron Champagne. Hamza Chaudhry. Tala Chaudhry. Salvatore Sinque. Eden Clare. Liam Clare. Jacob Concepcion. Anthony Cortez. Christopher Cotto. Nicholas Cruz.
Luana Ortiz. Angelina Colon. Anaya Couch. Natasha Cueva. Naima Daniels. Rachel De Leon. Bynum. Valencia Delva. Jaslyn Denard. Jasmine Diaz. Jennifer Diaz. Natasha Diaz. Josai Dominguez Oaba. Margaret Donnelly. Naomi Drumgold. Yokairi Duarte Sudio. Destiny Duran. Destiny Dezidovich. Desiree Encarnacion. Alyssa Estrema. Fatima K. Fall. Rachel Ferguson. Kelly Fluck. Caitlin Fraley. Jamara Fraticelli. Madison Fredette. Thea Garcia. Kendall Garrett. Addison Gayer. Berlinska Gerard. Nicole Gliniak.
Back up on pictures, just give me just a second.
Jordan Davis. Joseph De Jesus. Joseph De Leon. Lawrence De Gregorio. Roman De Lacona. Joseph Deverson. Jackson Donovan. Zion Duffus. Jacob E. Tolan. Christopher Fairchild. Ryan Ferris. Noah Ferrer. Dylan Fialo. Jair Flowers. Brandon Foley. Tyler Fraley. Craig Frazier. Christopher Gard. Kenneth Garrett. Jonah Garrison. Ante Gates Jr. Eric Gillespie. Tobias Golan. Jaden Good. Michael Green. Donovan Green. Dallas Gregor. Bless Hadnot. Marcus Henriquez.
Riley Graham. Lauren Helveston. Allison Hendershot. Kaylee Hendershot. Angelina Hiller. Sophia Iconetti. Sincere Jackson. Tanea Jones. Jana Knospler. Ella Krajewski. Francesca Kurtz. Kiana Lacey. Isabella Andrea Lemos. Anaya Lewis. Denise Martinez. Emily Martinez. Miranda Martinez. Roldania Martinez. Teresa Mazer. Faith Mercado. Julia Miller. Angelique Mojer. Dina Molina. Aya Montenegro. Susanna Montiel. Roslyn Montoya. Kiara Morales. Kayasia Moultrie. Vendela Moyer. Megan Noble.
Jason Herrera. Jaden Hibbert. William Higgins V. Cameron Heinz. Saquon Hunter. Joshua Ike. Tomek Ilnitsky. Elijah Israel. John Jenkins Jr. Blaze Jones. Kevin Jones Jr. Kyle Jones. Jose Wela. Aaron Jasinski. Jackson Karras. Dakota Casper. Aiden Kelly. Jonathan Clue. Christian Ledines. Gerald Lambert. Travis Labar. Zachary Labar. Vincent Lease. Jonathan Loca. Emmanuel Lomax. Ethan Mackin. Edwin Majestic. Dylan Martins. John Martinek. Diami Massey.
Genesis Ordonez. Isabella Petrarelli. Mary Leanna Palat. Angelica Perez. Jada Amani Perez. Anjali Prasad. Lucia Quinones. Gabriella Reed. Hannah Reese. Ayana Reyes. Madison Reynolds Penson. Alana Rivera. Alyssa Rivera. Victoria Robdow. Serena Rodriguez. Sophie Rogers. Marlena Rose. Tiffany Ryan. Layla Sabur. Gianna Simeon. Jordan Sanabria. Mandeep Sengar. Riley Scott. Jakai Sims. Layla Smiley. Brianna Smith. Norma Jean Smith. Tyra Smith. Odidra Snow. Gladys Spoljaric. Elise Stanton. Marianne Tassinari.
Jason Matthews. Jose Maya Chongo. Colin McAllister. William McCloskey. Justin McLean. Theodore McLaughlin. Marcus McNeil. Yami No Medina Diaz. Tiernan Millard. Colby Mitchell. Johannes Molina. Ishmael Marino. Amari Morgan. Gabriel Morrissey. Reese Mott. Michael Nystrom. Jaden Ortiz. Robert Payne Pinto. Christian Para. Jacob Patrick. Michael Patterson. Michael Phillips. Caesar Pratt. Zayur Price. Dominic Raphael. Joshua Ramirez Jr. Lucas Randall. Joshua Wayside. Diego Rivas.
Brianna Taylor. Angeline Marie Texador. Margaret Thion. Jakaya Thomas Brown. Leila Totive. Keira Traballeso. Eliza Turner. Ali Vargas. Natalie Vernacchia. Alejandra Villamisad. Olivia Vinsky. Larissa Waite. Victoria Whedon. Mariah Wellington. Fallon Welter. Mercy West. Brianna White. Joylyn Wilson. Madeline Yeager. Jasmine Zierfoss.
Alexander Rivera. Isaiah Robertson. Tristan Roberts. Xavier Rodriguez. Raymel Rodriguez Ayala. Adrian Rojas. Frank Rogerio. Peyton Lucy. Miles Ryder. Moises Sanchez Jr. Darrell Sanders. Logan Santos. Matthew Savanon. Sawyer. Max Schnatter. Nathaniel Spence. Travis Stackhouse. Corey Tagliaferri. Samari Taylor. Marvin Tahara. Andre Tucker. Ben Valentine. Angel Vallejo. Jamal Watts Jr. Dylan Werkheiser. Asmar West Jr. Donnell Wheeler. Zahir Williams Dennis. Jeremiah White. Jonathan White Jr. Bob Yoequito. Noah Zerfas.
Okay, so we're going to bring our class officers up here in just a minute to declare everyone graduates. But before we begin our final moments, a word regarding exiting. The graduates will recess out, okay? Please remain in your seats until the last graduate leaves the doors behind us. You may exit through the gym doors or the two side stage doors in order to avoid congestion in the hallway. Please feel free to go out to the stadium if you'd like for pictures, and you can exit down the stairs immediately out those doors to my right, or in the back left corner of the gym lobby, outside of those doors to my left. If you'd like to go back to the front of the school by the auditorium, please feel free to do so as well. Thank you. I will now invite the class officers back to the podium for the tassel moving.
Will the graduates of the class of 2023 please rise? You may now move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations!
Yeah, with castles up there. Oh.